Hi everybody, hope you will enjoy this. Can you tell me... okay, hi. So here's Motoki and I will comment all the games the afternoon, and many thanks to him to comment. Hope you will enjoy as well for the comments.
And it's a little bit late. Maybe.
Oh, sorry?
The images are a little bit late.
Yeah, but people will...
Okay.
If you have some comments to do, I will read them on my outside, so please enjoy and have a good afternoon, everybody. It's up to you now.
So hello everybody. So I'm going to comment 3 games. Well, maybe I try to focus on the first game, but I will see. So this is the first table, right? So the first game is between Denis from Grenoble and Kim Sharov from Russia. Maybe he is living in Italy, right? And Denis is black and Kim is white. And the second game is so it's not the second table, sorry. So it's between Hauhan. Well, actually he's living in a city in a French city called La Rochelle, but we know him very well because he is doing internship in Grenoble now. Yeah, well, so currently he's living in Grenoble, and he's from China. He's a very serious player, studies a lot, and he plays against Vyacheslav Kaimin, so the young player also from Russia, the youth champion. And then the third table. So the black is Mathieu, living in Grenoble also. 4 dan player, sorry. And he's playing against Artem. So let's see. Fermer les bannières à droite, c'était... Ici. Hop. Voilà. Ah, parce que oui, ça paraît... Ok. Ouais.
C'est tactile.
Oui, ok. Ouais. Yeah, sorry. For all about computer, I'm not very strong, so I got a help from Roik, who organized this event. And yeah. Well, so let's see. Well, so far we see that they play, maybe except for this game, except for this second table game, they play the modern opening, I would say. I mean the modern, the AE openings.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
Got to modify something. The stream. Okay.
It's okay. Okay, so now it's perfect, normally. So for example, for this game, for the first game, so between Denis and Kim, what is very modern is of course this Shimari. Well, for me, who is a kind of old player, this enclosure was a Shimari of 19th century. Well, actually it was played once in a 19th century's game by a player called Joa, Onimbo Joa. And well, Goseigen played it once also, I think. But it was kind of legendary, very special move. And I'm really surprised that now everyone played that, influenced by AlphaGo and all the AE. So everything seems very normal here. And this pincer also, actually, when I was a child, so like 30 years ago, it was rather rare. I don't know why. But we used to say among players that it was not very common to pincer here. But nowadays it's since, I don't know, maybe since 20 years, it has become one of the most common pincers. So, okay. And for this game also, we can see the influence of the AlphaGo with the very early stage invasion in Sansan for black, here. And this one also, it was really well, at the moment, when I was a child, it was really kind of, how to say, forbidden move. And I remember once discussed with a Japanese player who was talking about very strong European players, and who told me that, well, it was something like 15 years ago, and so he was talking about a player from Europe who is very strong, and he told me that, well, he was really inspired, talented player, and he even tried to play Sansan at move 4 or 5. And at that time we discussed as if it was something really strange, and only the talented or strange person play this one. But nowadays it becomes really usual. It's really funny to see this change. So finally, maybe European players were right. and here it's normal. So of course there is, before it was this one, which was really the most common version, but white gets stronger with this version, and black today doesn't play this exchange, so 6, 8, and 9, to keep the weakness and keep the pressure on white's white stones. And he can play something like this to for example, to aim this attack. Maybe you know that already. And so that's why in the game white plays here, and nowadays there are a lot of josekis. So in the game, white connected. That is interesting. I think he didn't want to take gote and to give something, I don't know where, but something like this, maybe. So he wanted to take the initiative, to take center and pincer. Why not? Okay. So actually I started with the third table commentary, but this one also it's really now very common, very frequent joseki, and of course there's this cut, and before so we used to say that this is the good joseki, and something like this, here, and this was very normal, the most normal version of this joseki. But nowadays it was really surprising, but white plays here. So I mean the AI plays here, and there's a lot of josekis here, very complicated one. something like this, and it's not necessarily so good for black. Well, normally we can consider that if white fights around here, black has more stones, so yeah, we can expect that the fight is better for black, but it's not. We realize that it's not really the case. So finally, in this game, black played here, not to follow the strategy of white. Well, of course, push and cut is a playable version for black also, but he didn't want it to play as white expected. Okay. So then let's check other games. Okay. And here. Okay. So the first, this one. So like this. Okay. So black chose a very solid version. Of course, I think it's possible to play here also. And well, actually, I don't know very well Joski, so it's better not to ask me about the details, but maybe we have this kind of things. Something like this. I don't know. But anyway, it can become a very complicated thing, so that's why black played a very simple, I would say, version. Why not? Unlike this. Okay. And so, as I said before, this Shimari has become very popular now, and of course, black must to think about the invasion after the Shimari. And this combination, so this one, so the approach in C12 and followed by D16 scale, it's very common now also. Okay. And then black will surely play B15, the tiger mouse, I guess. Oh, he played it. And white probably play F17 or something. And this is a very nice way to play for black to stabilize his stones. I mean, for example, if you play just here, for example, white plays here, and black needs other moves. Black plays more moves to stabilize, and it's not so easy. Black doesn't have a very flexible shape, but in playing this one, he can obtain a very nice shape. Well, if for example white plays here, I guess black plays here, like this, and there is two things which are miyai, so the cut in the corner and the connection of the stones here. And for example, if white connects, black plays here. Well, it seems playable also for white, but he didn't play it. I don't know the follow-up of this one, but it can be playable, I think. Well, anyway, in the actual game it was like this. So in the first table. Oh, so for the second table, so Hao-Han against Kaimin. I would say it's the only game where two players don't play like artificial intelligence. It's very interesting. And the other day we discussed, so Hao-Han and we discussed together about the Congress, because he played in the European Congress, and he told me that he played against some young players from Russia, or I don't know which country. And he told me that, I didn't play like artificial intelligence. I tried to avoid the modern way to play, because the young player must know everything, and I don't know very well. So I played the thing they mustn't know, and it worked. So maybe he tried to do something like this year, but I don't know. Well, let's see. So it was like this. Okay. Here, here, and here. Why not? This pincer is quite unusual, I would say. So maybe he tried to... Oh, sorry, it's Hao-Han who is black. Sorry, I thought it was Kaimin who was black. Okay, so he played here, and I played here. Okay. And here. Well, actually, I well, it's hard for me to comment about draw skis, but for example, if black plays here, I guess white takes the base, and if black tries to stabilize, maybe like this, I don't know. Something like this. Well, it's very random sequence I'm showing you, but white can be might be happy about this situation, because he plays both sides. So that's why he didn't play. So black didn't play here, but he took Sansan after this. Sorry, this one. And then Hane is a very nice point, like this. And black tries to avoid what white is looking for. I mean, so this one is a very nice move also, because if black plays here, black blocks here, white will surely play here, and the problem is there is a cut, and the black is not still alive in the corner. So, for example, if he plays like this to connect, later if white enclosures perfectly, black is not alive, and to kill, you just need to play like this, and he's dead. So that's why black didn't block. He played here to counterattack, and then now there's a fight. Okay. What is happening exactly? I don't know exactly. It's a very complicated situation, and for example, now black cut, white connects, and he played here. It's I think it's normal, because if he cuts here, he can get, of course, 2 stones, but the problem is that it becomes sente, and then white gets really strong. This is a very nice output for white. If he plays like this, or I don't know where, it's a very nice result for white. So that's why black played Atari in this situation. And of course, if white plays here, Atari, and then he can capture 2 stones, and of course it's a very nice outfit for black this time. So probably I think he will connect. Right. He played here, and he claimed that the corner is not alive. Okay. Should black play differently, I don't know. Maybe it's possible also to play just Sun maybe. And something like this must exist also. But finally, it's not the game. It's like this. Okay. So white must play. He cannot kill immediately the corner. Black has a lot of liberty, so he must at first saves. He must save. Sorry, two stones with a move like B12 came out or something like that. Yeah, something like this. So let's look at this game. So the third table between Mathieu, who is black, and Artem, who is white. So in this game, so we stopped here. Black played like this, and he played on the other side, which is very big, of course. And here, okay. Okay, d'accord. Okay. Well, I would say in this game, black is taking a slight lead now. Because at first I think this was a little bit slow. I would play this one. Well, first I'm a little bit worried. I'm a little bit concerned about these stones here. And with this extension, these stones are stable immediately. Probably black get outs, but I think it's a playable fight, like this, maybe something like this. I would say. And well, this extension is a really nice point because of course it stabilizes at first the stone on C10, and at the same time it attacks, it weakens these stones, and this is really important. So white played here, okay, black played here and here. Personally, I think I would play this one. Because in this situation, white has two weak groups like this. Yeah, on the left side and on the right side. And black has just one weak group, so it must be good for black, according to the theory. And when black played here, well, which is a very normal move also, this is a little bit strange. Well, maybe white didn't want black to play here later, so that's why he played here. But in this case, I think it was more efficient to play something like this, or, well, yeah, it seems more natural. So like this. Okay. Yeah, this is very severe, so I think white needed to play something. Well, maybe it's a little bit slow. to protect directly here, so maybe he can try something like this to complicate a little bit the situation. And for example, if black plays here, well, it's a very naive answer, but if white plays like this, he can cover naturally his weak point. So what I'm saying is, in this situation, I think black has a more natural flow of the game. And well, this attack seems very severe, so I would say that the game is now rather okay for black. But of course, it depends on the how the fight will develop. And what is very important for black and for white is, well, actually there is so currently there is a very big fight going on in the center, but the most important stones are here. So this one, this group, and this group. Well, actually the real fight is there, I think. So if, for example, black loses all the stones on the right side, he will be really unhappy. And for white also, he must keep absolutely these stones also. So that's why actually they are playing on the upper side, but it's rather important for them to focus on the fight on the downward lower side. That is how to say, one of the subtlety of go. Well, there is a fight going on, but the priority is somewhere else. And in this case, I think black and white must care about well, take care more about the fight on the lower side. Oh, wow. Okay. So now we pass to the second table. So Hauhan and Vajislav. So in the game, white played here. Okay. Well, I thought about this one, but maybe white didn't like something like this. I don't know. Well, it's really hard to say what happens after. Maybe white can play something like this to kill, but maybe he was not confident enough to play this sequence. To play something like this and like this. Locally, it's dead. Well, it seems playable for me, but in the actual game he played here. Well, one thing you must know is if you play here, black can just capture. And well, this is normally a good result for black because he's connected with a lot of points. Well, white has a lot of potential also. It's not so bad for white either, but black is happy to get connected and get a very solid base. So that's why white played just here. And if black played here, I think white would play here and black lived. And then maybe something like this. I don't know if he plays Atari in 4, but white would have played something like this to build the left side corner. Left side. So in the game, black played here. Yeah, tried to put more pressure on the 3 stones. And white cut. Wow, this is a fighter. Well, I don't know exactly what is happening, but what is for sure is to kill now the corner, white has just to play b16. If he plays here, the corner dies. And if corner dies, I would say that the result is not so bad for white. Well, the question is, should white play this first or not? Well, actually the same, he plays here anyway, but so if white connects here, locally it's dead, but this becomes sente. White needs additional move, and then he must play here, and well, 2 is a very big move, potentially also, so that's why white played here, not to give this sente move. And okay, and it like this, and so after, I guess that white will play b14, and he will play hane in c9. If he can play this hane in c9, white is very, I think it's the result is good for white, so I think white is leading here. So black will capture with e11, I think he will play here, but this result is rather good for white, I would say. So probably what black missed, well, I don't know exactly if it's the case, but I think either I think black should not have given this hane. So personally, I would play something instead of this one. This one must exist also, but I think I would play like this, as I showed you before. And after this one, well, I don't know exactly. Maybe here, well, it seems very strange. Like this. Something like this, I don't know. If it's like this, must be playable for black, but yeah, I'm not very sure about this output. So that's why I propose this one. It's more simple, and it's not so bad for black, I guess. So now in this game, white is leading. So let's check other games. Okay, so let's check this one, the first table. So we looked until here. So black played a very nice Samaki. Well, it's the classical one, of course. And here, of course, yeah. So white tried to make pressure and try to build there. Why not? And black played here. Okay. Well, this is a very clean opening. It's very nice to. Well, I feel really nice to see this opening. It's really beautiful, beautifully played. And white played here. Yeah, why not? And played here. Well, this seems very, very deep. So black played here. Yeah, looks like a very nice counterattack. Oh, here. Oh, really? Oh. Well, personally, I don't understand this answer. First, because black is very strong now, So he has this stone, he has these stones, and he has this stone also. So I think the natural way to play is try to enclosure, but I think Dennis was afraid of losing points. But still, I think it's playable, because if I don't know where to play, maybe just here, something like this. If White tries to live here, he must. Well, it's of course a very simplified sequence, but if he White plays like this, well, maybe he can destroy points on the lower side, but this stone evaporates in the sequence, disappears and dies naturally. So I think it's more, well, what I'm meaning is apparently Black is losing something on the lower side, but actually not. Well, he can get he can recover points on other place, in other places. So it seems more natural to me to attack this this stone. And secondly, usually before playing something like this in this kind of situation, we try to make the stone heavier. I mean, like this, White has just one stone here, and it's a very light stone. I mean, he can sacrifice every time. It's not a very important stone. But there is a kind of very high level technique in this kind of situation, is try to play something like this. Well, White plays here, I guess, and now he has two stones, and then you play here. The difference is like this. Well, of course the potential loss for White is more important, so he must be more careful about his stones. While in the actual game, Black played simply here, and it means that White doesn't care much about this. Of course, if he loses the stone like this, he's not very happy, of course. But if he loses this stone in this way, for example, well, White is not so unhappy, because he can play two moves somewhere else. So I would say that this one is questionable. This shoulder hit of White is questionable, because it seems to me really close to the strong stones of Black. So I would think something like, very good question, what I would play. Maybe, I don't know, something just here and see what happens after. Or if I really would like to play something in the south side, why not something like shoulder hit round here rather? There's more places, and the stones, the opponent's stones are weaker. So, well, I would think more something like this. So I'd prefer to play somewhere more open, with more open spaces, and where the opponent's stones are weaker. And this exchange also, I don't know. Maybe I wouldn't play. Yeah. Well, as far as I don't see the interest in an exchange, I don't play, even if pro plays, pros play, because I don't understand the interest. In this case, I don't know. I would say, yeah, maybe I wouldn't play this one. Well, so Black played here and White played here. Okay. So white tries to have a very light shape. He's trying to make what we call sabaki. Okay, like this. What is going on? I don't know. Well, let's see. So in the corner, what is happening? For example, is there something like this? If black plays here, well, it's not a good answer, I think, but if white plays like this and black captures, then in this case there is something. Yeah, here, of course, or something like this. And of course, this is a very good result for white. But well, actually, I showed you probably a wrong sequence. I think black would play here, but still there is something. So yeah, I think white played very sharply here. So here, and this was, I think this is a very nice move. It means that maybe the black's move in R9 was questionable. What was better? I don't know. Maybe just cut. But I think Dennis didn't like. Pardon, sorry. To give something like this. But still. If he plays like this, finally black can reduce naturally the moyo, so it seems playable. Maybe white must look for something more dynamic. I mean, this is a little bit heavy, so maybe he must look for something like this to get the control of this area. And if he can get the control of this open area, he doesn't mind about all these stones. He can sacrifice all these stones, and so ideally something like this. In my dream, like this, and something like this. Yeah. Must be a very not so bad for black either, but I think white can be satisfied with this result. So what happened? Wait, well, actually yes, here like this. Oh la 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 la, okay. I don't have a very good feeling with this, with this invasion, but maybe I'm wrong. Well, here, wow. I didn't think about this at all. Well, I'm a little bit concerned about the status of these stones for black, but still it's very, very complicated. I mean, well, in this situation, I'd rather think about this kind of play. So sorry. Here. So that's what I showed you, and I play like this to attack, and then reduce naturally the white influence. It seems more natural. And with the play of the game, well, so it was something like this, and I'm a little bit scared with black with this situation, because If well, in this situation, black played in 13, it was very nice. But if, for example, white plays like this, white connects naturally with the weak stones. So I'm a little bit doubtful, skeptical with this strategy for black. But still, it's maybe playable because there is still a weak point in P17. This one. So locally, there is this kind of play to isolate white in the center. And of course, he can play another way, for example, like this. And if white plays here, to cut. Yeah. So seems very complicated. But maybe white could have played more dynamic way. I'm curious what black would have played if white had answered here. For example, like this. Maybe, the ladder is good for white, but in this case, maybe white, when black plays it tries to play like this. I don't know. But still, I think it's playable. White gains a lot, and it's not so easy for black to capture everything on the right side. And there is still Aji I showed you here with R6. So I would say that it was questionable, but Novi seems a little bit slow also. So he played here. Yeah, it's a very smart answer. It's necessary. It's very nice. And if white plays here, the position of black doesn't seem very good for me. Well, so let's check other games now. Wow, what is happening? There's something I never seen. Well, so this is the second table now. So Hauhan and Vladislav came in. Oh my god, please don't play something I don't know. Yes, well, I know this. So yeah, so we stopped here the last time, and I said that it was a good result for white. White has a very nice potential on the left side, and on the north side also. And black has a corner and the center, but white has a little bit more, so the situation is slightly better for white. So he played here, and okay. So in this situation, of course, it's natural to play here, but I think Hauhan didn't like this push. Well, this is a very nice point, and it gives a very nice extension of 5. Well, of course, normally extension is 2 or 3 to live, and if you have 4 extension of 4 spaces or 5 spaces, 6 spaces, it's really, really nice. So that's why he tried to reduce the size of the moyo in pushing here. And so white didn't like this idea to answer. Why not? So he cut here, and then here. Well, I don't know this. So the idea of this one is so usually, of course, white descends here, and the problem is black can play here, and here, And probably later black can have these 2 points. So that's why in the actual game white played here, and if black plays like this, white captures, and the 2 points I showed you disappear. Well, well, this is a very subtle difference, of course. At this point, these 2 points are these points really important? I don't know exactly. It seems to me playable, something like this, of course. In a sense, of course, immediately black loses 2 points, but this exchange in some way makes black stronger. So I don't know. It's questionable. But anyway, black play here to counterattack. Why not? And here, okay. Ah, d'accord. Okay. So this is very interesting. So black play here, and what is very remarkable here is he didn't play this Atari. So I just showed you this one, but he didn't play this one. And why he didn't play this one? Because he was aiming something here. Oh, this is very sharp. Very nicely played. And well, if white captures, black would play here, and then there is a problem, because if white plays here, white cannot capture for stones without playing this core. And of course this core is very dangerous for white, because if he loses everything, and black, well, he doesn't mind losing this core. Okay, so I think this Kosugi was an overplay. I think he must just play here. Or white could have played, but this is strange also. He loses points. On the north side, it doesn't match with the initial intention of white. So it's really nicely played by Hao-Han here. So I said at first that white has a good game, but with this core, which is really difficult for white, I would say, I think black has a good game. Okay. So white played here. Yeah, but he played very well, white also. So first, so black played here, and well, I think it's normal for white not to answer to this threat, because if white plays here, there is a lot of threats like this, A, B, C, I don't know, well, there are a lot of threats. And if white plays on the other side with this Hane, it's similar, there are a lot of threats. So it seems normal that white resolves the call on the upper right corner. And before doing it, he played here. This is very sharp also. And well, personally, I'm not sure if this exchange was good. I would play just here, because if white captures here, is the cut the best move here? I don't know. It's maybe black play, maybe just Atari or something like that. So I think this exchange is good for white. And well, of course black destroyed the corner, which is really really nice, but when white pushes here, the situation doesn't seem really, really nice for black now. So, well, at first white was very nice. So now there's this call, black seems a little bit better. And with this cut, I think white is leading. And what is questionable also is the timing of this nozoki, this the threat for the cut. Maybe if he knew that it was cool, maybe he discovered the core at the last moment. At the time, it was more. It makes more sense to play like this. Sorry, not here, but like this, and use this one as a core threat. Well, of course, he captures first, and well, something like this, and then this was free. Black loses almost anything. Black loses almost nothing, sorry. And this is our ideal core threat, so maybe Han discovered the core at the last moment. It's a little bit pity to play this before the core. So I think now the game is favorable for white. Ah, merci. C'est bon, ça se passe bien. This is clearly good for white. Well, so let's. Oh, so actually we didn't check this game since a very long time, and it evolved a lot. So what is happening here? So yeah, let's check from the beginning. So at the last point we stopped here. Yeah. So I was saying that actually the fight, which was most important, was on the lower side. So these stones they cannot lose anyway. So it's well, what happens after here? Oh, here. Personally, I would play just here. It but maybe it's not capturing, right? Oh my god. Oh, that is very sad. Okay. So then that's why he played here. Okay. But at the same time, maybe it was possible not to answer and attack. And for example, if white tries to get out, then the capture works, and if he captures here, it seems nice. And sure, there is some attack. Well, but well, at the same time, it's a very big move also. So he played here and here, yeah. But instead of this scale, I would play something here. As I said before, so I would like to focus on this side. And what is really, really important in this situation is the status of these stones. So if he plays like this, well, personally, I would be very, very scared with white, but maybe he would say that it's alive anyway. It's possible. But still, I think it's a kind of very scary situation for white. So I would say that it's an error for black to play on the upper side. I think it's better to play around here. Oh, like this. Oh. Oh, 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 oh. Wow. Ho, 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 ho. Okay, that what is happening? What happened? Okay, okay, okay. I think the situation is slightly better for black, but it's of course playable. It's not finished at all. But I think black missed something. I think there's better result for him. At first, here, white plays like this, but what if he played here? Like this, and this seems by far similar. I mean, well, maybe he can connect with this one, but if he loses 3 stones in the center, it's not very good. And with this Atari, black center is not so strong either. So I would say that it's an error for white. I think white should have played here. It probably means that there was an error here, and that skill was not good. I think black just need to play something like this, or maybe more solid move. I don't know. Well, play it like this. So with this cut, black is now better, has a better position normally. He played this one, and this one. And in this situation, I think there is an error also. I think it's better to play Atari. Because the problem is, if white plays something like this, he can capture with 2 stones. So it's very efficient. It's a very efficient way to capture. But with this one, you need additional stone. So you need 1, 2, 3 stones to capture 2 stones, and it's unrealistic. Well, of course, it's strange to put additional stone to capture this one, this curve in the center. So I think it's better to play here first, and if white played like this, black is very happy to have made 2 stones heavier, and then I'd say like this, and well, then now I don't think white can save 2 stones in the center. It's really dangerous. Well, maybe yeah, before this one, black can just play here, of course, also. And with this one, I think black should have had a clearer lead, I would say. So he lost a move here. And here also, I think this exchange was not necessary for black. I think it was just enough to play like this. Is it possible for white to cut? It doesn't seem like. Well, of course, if black plays like this and the enclosure is white, I don't think white can live its. Well, anyway, I don't see any way to make them live. So I think this exchange was not necessary. And again, if white plays here, black plays just here, and black has a better position than in the game. I mean, in the game it's like this, and the stone is here, stone is here instead of on here, so it's of course a slight loss. Instead of Atari, you play another move, so I think Black still has a good position, but he missed some very nice chances. So he played like this, and he got a very strong position. Okay. Oh, really? Oh, okay. Well, so it's like this, and like this. Well, what if he cut simply? I'd like to cut because, well, of course, white can live, but still there is something. Well, it's more than something, I think. And well, of course, white can maybe play something like this, but well, it's not very beautiful, but why not? But still, I think, well, something like this, I don't think it's really possible for white to capture this one. And the well, white must be very careful because white, he doesn't have any eyes on the lower side, and if he plays something like, well, of course he doesn't play something like that, but it's just my dream, I would say. If he plays like this, it's really dangerous now. There must be a very big danger for white. And well, something like this, yeah. Well, you can dream for a lot of sequences. Maybe I think that there's more beautiful ones also, but I don't understand why Black didn't cut directly. It's more beautiful, but oh, wow. Oh, he's trying to cut. Ho. But still, well, what I was saying was, I think there was a very simple way, and just here, or I don't know, something like this. Like this, like this. Isn't there something nice? Something here. Oh, this is beautiful. Well, this is beautiful, but probably it doesn't work. Well, probably if he plays like this, it doesn't work as well. But I think that there was more inspired things. Maybe he didn't have a lot of time, actually, I don't know. Yeah, so Black played here, and it becomes a very natural move. Oh, so he wants to win by Yose now. So now we must count. So who is winning? So there's A, B, C, D, and E. So A is something like 25, and B is 10, a little bit more than 10. No, 30. So sorry. So 35 and more, and C is 10. And D is 10 also. Wow, it's a very random counting, but it's something like this. So 10, 10, more than 10, so 33 something, and 25, 58, and there is some points in the center, so he has more than 60. So for black it's more than 60, 62 or 3 or something like that. And white has, so white answered, I guess, in F, and well, if he plays here, and how many points does he have here? Something like 40, maybe? $40, $44, so yeah, so he has something like 40. So with the group on the right side, he doesn't have 50, well, with Komi he has something like 50 points. So well, maybe he's right. Black is leading, but still I think it was easier for him to play something directly, or try to attack, I don't know, try to attack directly, something like this. And well, normally I think the game was nicer, or easier for black. So the reason why the game was turned out better for black is, I think it's here. So white played this one, and this one costed a lot. It's a very bad exchange for white, and as I said before, he should have played here, and it was more complicated. And with this cut, as I said before, actually in this game the fight on the lower side was very important, and now black had the initiative in this fight, so that's why the game is now black's advantage. Black has advantage in this situation. So so I would say that the game is now better for black, and he's winning. Yeah, so let's check other games now. Oh, what evolution, incredible. So now it's the second table now, and the first table. Well, so let's check the first table, because it's been a long time since we didn't see. Oh la 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 la! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! What is happening? Well, yeah. So let's check this game first. Oh yeah 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 yeah! Isn't he dying, Dennis? Oh, poor him. Well, let's check. Yeah, well, I had last time we checked, so it was the moment when white played here. I said that I had a bad feeling for black, because, well, actually the fight is starting in the white's place, white's influence, and well, that's why I preferred to play, instead of this one, to play something here to continue the fight in his own influence. And so now what happened? Like this. Oh yeah 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 yeah, it's bad. Wow. Oh, here. Oh, this is a very nice, it seems very very nice move. Here. Okay. Well, actually black made a very big mistake here. Well, it's this Nobi. This Nobi was a very big mistake. First, because he has two groups, and he must choose. He should have chosen which one was more important. And of course, in this situation, the most important stones are the 4 stones because they're bigger, simply. So usually in this situation, well, you can just play here, and the situation is good for him. Well, I mean, situation is good for him. It's not the good word. I mean, it's normal. It's normal to play here, and well, he can play just something. Well, Atari or Tobi maybe. And if, for example, he can play like this, and then enclosure naturally white stones on the lower side, it's a very good output for him. So so Nobi was a very big mistake. White played here is very nice. And now black is really in trouble. And in this situation, this one is really nice. I love this. I love this move. Because usually white plays here, and this seems playable also. But maybe he didn't like something like this. Atari. Something like this. And then black is captured, of course, but white is probably captured also. Well, even if there is still there is this Aji, I think white didn't like this kind of situation, and he played Tobi. This is a very, how to say it? I like this kind of global move. It's very nice. Okay. Okay. Well, it's complicated, but I'm quite sure that well, of course, if white captures the group on the upper side, the game is favorable for white. And well, the way black played on the upper side seems very heavy. I think there was better way to play. For example, here, isn't it possible something like this? Well, of course I'm not sure about the output, but well, I'm aiming something with this one, and well, I show you again very idealized sequence, but if it's like this, of course it's really nice, and well, now if it's like this, the game is over. Well, it's a very easy one, but I'd like to look for some more complications. In the actual game, black just plays some moves and he dies. It's a bit sad. Or he played like this, but wasn't it possible to play just here? What happens? Well, what I'm meaning is, if it's like this, well, it's kind of alive, but probably white needs to play something else. Or here, maybe? Oh, what is happening? So if black plays something like this, then he is probably dying. Okay, so this is not a very good result, of course, for black. But anyway, I think at this moment black should have looked for something else. Or, well, anyway, after this move, the situation looks very, very difficult for black. But still, isn't there anything? For example, if I'm black, I'd think about this kind of thing. For example, here, I don't know. And, well, I'm trying to make Miai of 2 points, so the cut, of course, here and here. Yeah, to make happen the to make work the net here. But the problem is if white plays, well, let's do the simple version. White plays here, and the black might be able to capture these stones. So for 8 stones here, but the problem is well, what is happening on the left side? It's if white plays here, is it dying? Probably, maybe. So if he dies here, it's not, of course, interesting to play like this. Because, of course, if he can capture also these stones and also the corner, it must be good, but there are a lot of edges still, and there are threats here, threats everywhere. So this must be a very dangerous situation for black also. But still, maybe it's better than the game. You do have to give him more chances. And here, is there anything? No. Nothing. Yeah, well, actually I was thinking about this kind of move to capture everything, but it doesn't seem very easy. So if he played like this, here, well, it's not easy at all, actually. Like this. Oh no, what is this? Black can get up. Well, it's very complicated, but what is happening? Oh, it's not so easy. Maybe it's not so easy for white either. Maybe Dennis didn't have a lot of time to play. But maybe he should have tried something. With this one. So now it's a liberty fight, but it will never be seki because there's no common liberties. So someone will capture, and apparently white has more liberties. And well, there's a problem on the left side, of course, and the problem is there is this one and this one. It can be very, very annoying. And now I would say that white is winning this game. Yeah, so let's check the second table now. Okay. So for this game we were here, and I was saying that white is leading this game. White cut here, and okay. Oh, okay. I see. So, white destroyed everything on the north side, so black tried to do something on the left side to catch up. And he played here, and white played here, which is quite nice. And he connected. I'm wondering if he should not have played here, here, and here, but maybe he didn't like this this one. But I don't know. Well, this is a very severe attack, but still, for example, he can play like this. Like this, and this seems better than the game. Well, of course he gives a lot of points, but in the actual game he gave more. Well, maybe there are better output. Let's check. So we were like this, and I played this, but maybe here. How about this one? Like this, like this, like this, like this, like this. Maybe not, I don't know. Like this. This seems a little bit... yeah, this is a weak shape for white, sorry. It's not a good result for him. But in this situation, I think white needed a little bit more flexible way to play. Maybe in this situation, sorry. In this situation, so white played here, but how about this kind of thing? Something like this. And capture this and sacrifice, for example, these stones. Is it too big? Like this. So white lost 10 stones. And yeah, black gets something like 30 points, but white has a very thick corner, so it can be a choice, maybe. Well, so in the actual game it was like this. So the black's aim is to make white stones heavier and heavier to capture more stones. And this is a very nice Tetsuji also. So in the rhythm he connects here. White needs an additional move and black plays here. This seems a very big success for black here. So compared to the other situation, I mean, compared to this, no, not this situation, but the other one I was showing, so this one, yeah. So in this situation, black has, how many points black? So he has 10 stone, so 20 points, 25, 28, 30, 33 or something like that. And white has 15 points though, so black has something like 15 points more. And there's still some Ajis in the corner, but there is still some Aji here also, and white has a little bit potential on the south side. And in the actual game, so it's like this, and black has very big potential on the south side, and he has something like 4, so 8, 18, 21, 30, almost 30 points, and white has 4, 8, 10, 12. Well, so the difference is almost the same. I mean, in the other sequence, black had 15 points more, and here it's similar. Black has 15 points more, and he has more. Black has more potential globally. So I would say that there was a problem in the play of white when black played this one. I think it was better to play something more flexible. And I thought about this one. Well, I don't know if it's the necessary output, but well, it seemed to be very nice. So why not? So white was leading with this in the sequence of the north, upper left, upper right side. Sorry, but now black is catching up with this one. Oh really? This one? Oh, this seems impossible. Why impossible? Because well, in this situation, these two stones are really light. White, black can sacrifice anytime. If white want to make these stones heavier, he must look for something like this. Well, then now if black loses these all these stones, it's really well. Black will be very sad to lose these stones like this. So, the cut is really strange. I don't understand this. And black played here. Okay. So he played here. Of course, he tried to strengthen his stones, but I think he has a secret aim, is to attack these white stones. Why not? So white played here, and white played here. Wow. So. To sum up, white played 2 or 3 stones on the right side, but as I showed, compared to this kind of situation, white doesn't get matched because white stones were really strong on the upper right corner. So the territory gained from stones are not very interesting. But now black is becoming really strong now. So he cut Keima, and well, he did it from his weaker stones, and this is really important. So in this situation, of course, white gains some points, but normally the output is better for black. Well. Black played here, but I think it was not necessary. I would play what? Well, I would play something like this. And I think it's a very nice point because now white needs to be really careful about the group on the north side. I don't think he can die, but still there are a lot of center moves like maybe A, B, C, D, and black is now really strong. And of course, after this one, black has something like here to block the center. Maybe not here, but well. So I think it's at a very nice point. And well, or locally, instead of this one, I would play. Personally, I would play something like this. This seems more important. Because in playing this, well, once again, black plays near a very strong opponent's very strong zone. White has a lot of strong stones here, so it's not a very interesting zone. The interesting zone is on the south side. Okay. Oh, really? Well, globally, I think black is nice. Black is better now. Well, I try to check the points. I count something like 40 points for white. Oh, 44, something like 40 points. And black has almost 30 on the left side, on the lower left corner. And he has a very big corner also on the right side. And 8 point on the upper side, and the center is now very strong. So I guess the game is good for black now. Oh, okay, yeah, like this, black is winning. Yeah, and well, what I didn't understand was when he played here, it seems to me obligatory to play something like this, or I don't know, just an empty triangle or something like this, and to aim the cut and everything. But he played just here. Well, of course it's sensitive for white, but still black has really a strong shape, and that's why white was a little bit worried about the status of these stones, and he played here. Yeah, for me it's incredible that white plays here. He should have played something here or something else. Well, to get out, I mean. So for this game, black is winning by a lot normally. So what happened was, so white played here, but he played in his strong places, his strong place, in his own influence, and he should have played probably something like directly here or to attack globally. For example, here, I don't know, or something, at least something like this. Well, it's just an image, but something like this or something. Anyway, the sequence on the lower left side was really nice for black, and that's why black is leading at this moment. And the situation got worse when he cut here, I would say. So for this game, I'm quite sure that black is winning. So what happened? Fuan, black one. Oh, sorry, it's not. Oh, sorry, I lost track a little bit, but I guess black one for this game. $66 for black and yeah, so yeah, so 70 points, so maybe 10, almost 10 points for black, I think. Yeah. Okay. And okay, so here black resigned, right? Okay. Yeah, this is normal also, and I would say that the losing move for black was this Nobi. He should have pushed here, and then it's still a completed game. I don't know who is leading. It's normal, but it's a very close game, I would say. And after he pushes here, the game is clearly in the favor of white. So what is the final result? So this morning, French Rhone Alpes team got 3 points, and so white. So this time Russia win this board, and I guess Han is winning here, so 1-1 and 2-1. So maybe 6 for France team. But I admire. Well, maybe France is winning for this match, but I admire the strength of the young players in Russia. So I heard that this time the team is composed only with the young players, and it's really amazing that that Russia has such a strong players at this age. So maybe we stopped the commentary here. I hope you appreciate it, and everything was clear. Personally, it was really interesting to look at these games and how young players play with the modern opening. Well, since I'm becoming very old now, I don't know a lot about the modern contemporary opening, but it's really interesting how it evolves, and it's really, well, to experience this kind of things, it happens of course once in your life. So I really love to live this in this century to be able to assist to this evolution of openings. Yeah, so thank you very much.
Okay. Alors, hop. Thank you, everybody, and have a good end of the day.